Hi, my dear students. Today we'll discuss few more concepts related to computer communication network. That is addressing. Addressing is broadly classified into physical address, logical address, port address, and specific address. Addressing, why there is importance of addressing? Address is very important. Why? Because something we want to transmit, then we should know the address. Suppose suppose I tell one of you to place put this my book into take this book and place in my home. Then what you ask? Immediately you will ask, sir, where is your house? What is the house number? Which colony? Which everything you will ask. No. Therefore, if you know the address, then only you can place. You can take this book to my home. If you don't know the address, then how you can take this book to my home? For example, I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. I will write to 3 4 pages letter. Then and I will close that letter using some gum or something. And after that, what I will do? I have to write where I have to send this letter. For example, suppose I want to send, I have to mention, for example, that is any it maybe I am sending the letter to Bidar, Raichur, wherever Bangalore. At that time, I have to mention to whom I am sending. What is his name? What is his house number? Which colony? Which street? Which village? Which district? Which state? And also, where I have to write the PIN number also. Very important. When we are children, we used to write letters. When we used to write letters, at that time, what happens? Some At that time, post offices were there. At that time, we used to write letters. On that top of the letter, we will write the address to whom we are sending. On the back side, we'll write our name and everything, from where we are sending the letter. At that time, what postman will do? He will collect all the letters and give it to post office. In post office, all the letters from the district are collected, and there in post office they will separate the letters. For example, they will group letters which has to be transferred to Bangalore, some which has to transfer to Bidar, some which has to transfer to Raichur, some other wherever there they will separate the letters, bring from all the places of the district, and in the post office they will separate the letters. And for example, some letter which should be transferred to Bangalore, they will make a bag of that. They will make a they will collect those letters and place in a bag, and that bag is placed in bus, train, or since some traveling vehicles, then that will be transferred to that location, for example, Bangalore, Bidar, Raichur, wherever. At the time when it goes to Bangalore, from that, what they will do? It will go to post office. Then in post office, they will say to which colony, which street, to which house this letter will be transferred. Then what they will do? They will pick that letter and they will give it to that home. How they will come to know this letter should be transferred to, or it will be sent to that home only? Because on the top of the letter you have written the address. Therefore, address is important. How many pages you write, that is not important. Address is important. Why? Because depending on our address, the postman will give the letter to particular person or particular home. If you don't write the address, even though you write 100 pages or 10 pages, Then you suppose you postman will collect the letters and place give to post office. If you not mention the to whom you are transferring, then what postman has to do? He will where he has to send. Suppose you not write the address, therefore he will not transfer to anyone. If you write address, then only he can transfer that letter to a particular house or particular home or to particular person. Like here also, and in internet also, in computer communication network, addressing is also very important. Why? Because when suppose when we connected the system to the network, internet means when we have connected to the internet, at that time we are not connected to single 10 or 20 systems. We are connected globally throughout the world. We are connected when we use the internet, when we are some using some cable, or when we are connect our system to the internet, we are connected to throughout the world. And when we give the connection, immediately some service provider, that is the internet service provider, will give a specific address that is called as IP address to that system. Because suppose somebody want to give information to your system, then your system should have address. Then only he can send message to your system. Even though suppose you want to transmit the you want to transmit some message from your system to one of your friend system, at that time when you transmit, at that time your friend should have the address. Then only it can be transmitted to his system. That is every system when connected to network, IP address unique and universal IP addresses are allocated to that system. Then only we can transmit our message to from our system to one of my friend's system. When we are studying in engineering, I think 20 years back, at that time we use the Yahoo Messenger. At that time, we used to chat with our friends. Some friends will be in different cities, in distant states, different states, different countries. Even though we'll have the chatting with them, we used to chat. And when we send some message, it will immediately it will go that message to his system. Then then how it will transmit it to his system only? Even lakhs and crores of systems are interconnected to through internet. That is some IP address will take care of that. Some particular address is given to a system. When we connect it to the network internet, immediately address is provided to you. That is called as IP address. This IP address is unique and universal. No two systems will have the same IP address. All will be different. Then only, therefore, addressing is important. Here, the addresses are mainly classified into, that is physical address, logical address, port address, and specific address. Now we study what is meaning of, what do you mean by physical address? Physical address means, suppose you see here this is a physical address. Suppose systems are connected in the LAN. Suppose local area network. LAN means local area network. When they are connected in LAN, for example, if you go to internet shop, at that time in the internet, it may be 10 systems or 20 systems. All are interconnected. When all are interconnected, suppose I want to transmit the message from system 1 to system 4. At that time some data is there. Here some data is there. Source here, some data here, data is there. This is the data. At that time, we want to transmit the data. In that, we have to mention to which system we are transmitting the information. Here, this 10 is the address of the system. 87 is the address of the receiver system. Therefore, this physical address will take care of that. That is, this is called as LAN, local layer network. The data link layer will take care of that. That is, data will be there, source address, destination address. Here, when we want to transmit the data from particular system to another system, at that time, this uh, data link layer will make the frames and data. In that data only, they have mentioned about the source address and destination address. When it is transmitted to a particular system, at that time, this data is transmitted to that system only where we have mentioned the destination address. Here, when it is data will come here, it will see what is the destination address 28. But here, what is the destination 87. At that time, this data is not delivered to this system. It will once again transmit here, and it will come here, and it will see what is the destination address 53. Here, what is 87. Therefore, when it comes here, then only it is receiver is 87. Therefore, this system, this data is transmitted, destination address is matching destination address. Therefore, this will transmit the data from this system to this system, because here in the it is in the packet, in the frame we have mentioned the source address and destination address. Where is the destination address? To that system only the data or information is transmitted. That is called as physical address. Then comes the logic address. Logical address. Logic address means here this is the logic address. Logic address is important. That is how network layer will take the what are the functions of the network layer. That is routing and logical addressing is the function of the network layer. That is when here that is when logical address is means when the system is connected to the internet, then how it will be transmitted from source to destination. For example, when we are connected to the internet, at that time I am here. One of my friend may be elsewhere. He may be in Karnataka only. He may be in another state, another country, wherever he may be. Suppose we want to transmit some data, it will go to particular to his system only. That even though lakhs and crores of systems are connected to the internet, at the time how it will be transmitted, this is IP addresses. IP address will take care of that is transmission of a particular data from this source to destination. That is how it is transmitted. Here you see here, suppose this that is this system which is by name A/10. It want to transmit the data from system A to system P. Network layer will mention which is the P. It has to send to the system, that is P, system P, system P. At that time, what happens? The network layer will tell which is the source address and which is the destination address of the system. But in data link layer, this network, whatever address provided network layer will not change, but address which are there in the provided by data link layer will change from one area network to other area network, but address provided by network layer will remain same. Therefore, here what is the source address? A. What is the destination or system address? P. Here, but here they have mentioned that is the address of a data link layer. But here it will, data link layer, the address will change here. Here you see here the address will change, but here you see it is not visible clearly to mentioned. But here you can see here this is 20 2010 is there, means this through this line it has to be transmitted to 20. 10 is what here, from 10 it is coming here also the data link layer will mention which is source address, which is the destination, means this data from this 10 it has to be transmitted to 20. Here some routers will be there. This is the router from it will tell from this router to it has to transmit it to 99. There here once again what happens, the IP address changes from 93, it should be transmitted to 33. Here you see the address provided by data link layer is changing, but there is no change in the address provided by the network layer. Therefore source is 99, here it is transmitted to 33. Here you see here 33, it is coming to 33, is the router 33, 33, 33, it will come once again. And this now from this router here once again data link layer will change, then this 66 will be the source address, and here 95 is the destination address. Physical address changes but network address remains same. Therefore here 95 means now through this LAN it is passing through various LANs, routers, so many networks, then only it will transmit to a particular system. Therefore here you see here it came here in 95, here this is the system P net. What is the destination address? P. What is the source address? This is the destination 95. Source address is what is the source address? 66. They are here mentioned, but it is not visible. But ultimately, what is our aim? We have to transmit this data from system A to system P. Means it will travel through so many local layer networks, so many routers, everything, and it will be transmitted to particular system. Means even though lakhs of systems are into, for example, suppose I want to I want to talk to one of my friend using system. He may be anywhere in the world, anywhere. He may be in India or Europe, Australia, America, wherever in that any city he may be there. When we transmit message, the information will be transmitted to his system only. That is how, because the network layer will take care of that. That IP address will take care of that. In fourth module, we will discuss about in detail about the IP address. How what is IP address? What are the different types of IP addresses? Why IPv4 address? Why there is a transition from IPv4 to IPv6? Everything will detail when we discuss about the network layer in fourth module. That is, I will tell in detail about when I will discuss about the fourth module. Then comes port address. Port address means the transport layer will take care of that. That is transport layer. You see here, transport layer. Transport layer will take. Suppose system is there, some message will come, but in the system, suppose I am using the system, another my friend is using some system. At that time, when I use system, I will not only open one website, I will open so many websites. For example, I will open Yahoo Mail, Gmail, V2, PDF College website, so many different websites. Everything I am using. When suppose when I want to access some information, for example, I want to access some information from PDF website. Which is I opened, then whatever information that comes, that should be stored in that particular website only. Suppose here I'm open video, here Gmail, here PDF website. When information I'm accessing, that should be stored in that website only. Suppose here I opened video, here PDF, and here then this message will go to here, this message will, then I will be in confusion. Which at that time, process to process delivery will be taken care by, that is transport layer. That is for this information is there. This information should be transmitted from, that is from, for example, this website message should be transmitted to A is to J here, J. Here in this system, one of my friend or some person, he is also opened so many websites. But here, suppose I want to transmit this message A to J in this process only, then I have to mention the source address, destination address. That transport layer will take care of that. That is process to process delivery. Means suppose I open video, whatever information comes, that should be stored in this website only. Suppose Gmail, that should be stored in this only. Some information from PDA, it will be stored in the, suppose from PDA it will be stored in video, it is stored here, or some Gmail, then we can't clearly understand the information, the message. For example, three of my friends, one of my friend is giving reply here, another is I'm talking with here, one of friend with here. For example, those friends are ABC. Then suppose A replies, that will be stored in B. Or C replies, that will be stored in A. A replies, then it will be stored. Then I will be in confusion who is giving the response. Therefore, suppose A give the response, then that should be stored in A's window only, A's website only. If B of my friend sends a message, that be stored in that window only, that website only. That is how it will be possible. The transport layer will take care of that process to process. For example, from this, from A I am sending this from this window, from A to I want to transmit to the process in J. Here one of my friend using, so he has also opened so many messages, so many websites, then that information should be stored in this J process only. It should not be stored in K process. Suppose it is stored, then he will be in confusion. That is to avoid confusion, and process to process delivery will be taken care by transport layer. This is called as that is port addresses. Port addresses. Transport layer will, therefore each layer will give some address. They will mention the source address and destination. When it comes to network address, network will also attach the source address and destination. When it's come to data link layer, it also adds its own header and trailer. Header contains the source address and destination. When it passes through the internet, then when the information data comes here, then from A to the destination address is J. When it comes to the system P, and it should be stored in the process J only. It should not be stored in K. It is also very important. Transport layer will take care of that. When we discuss about fourth module, we'll discuss about so many protocols related to transport layer. TCP is there, UDP is there, a transmission control protocol, user datagram protocol. We'll discuss in detail about that. That is transport layer in fourth module. That is about port address. Next comes specific addresses. Then here in specific addresses, we're having some email. For example, we want to, here they will provide in specific address Gmail, how we can use the emails, Gmail, URL. For example, we want to access some info, www.vto.ac.in. Suppose we want to access some information from a particular site, this specific address will give, will from that specific addresses we can get the information. In Gmail also, using Gmail, so we can send the messages. Suppose I want to send this soft copy of this, which is of 1,000 pages. This book is of 1,000 pages. Suppose I want to transmit this soft copy of this to one of my friend or one of my student. Then I suppose I know his email address, whatever the email address. If you know the address, then it's over. I will open my email, and through that email Gmail, I will transmit to his Gmail, and from there he can access the information. He can take the soft copy of this book, and he may take the printout. He can refer for future references. This is possible using specific addresses. That is, examples include the email addresses. For example, like here book name, then uniform, that is unique, this is what, universal resource URL. That is also important. For example, some when we go to internet, usually we search by www.google.com, like this. We'll search whatever websites, video websites, so many different websites. So simply you type, will get the information related to that website. This is like here so many addresses. That is what, the physical address, the logical address, then what, it is port address, then specific address. This is about the addressing in computer communication network. Important. This is because in class I could not complete all the syllabus within the limited span of time. Therefore, I am doing this video lecture. Okay, okay. Thank you.